All right, very, very quickly. I'm in the middle of some stuff, but I was just actually saying something in a reading that reminded me that I wanted to give you guys a friendly reminder that your word is your wand. That is not my quote. I wish it was. It's pretty cool, but it is not. It is from Florence Shin, and it's very, very true. So I wanted to quickly remind you that what you say is 9 times out of 10 also an affirmation. So you have to be very, very careful about how you use your words and how much meaning and feeling and thought and belief you have behind said words. What you want to make sure that you do, okay, is start to look at how you're speaking. Start to look at, on a daily basis, start to look at the things that you say to yourself, the things that you say out loud, the things that you post on social media, the quotes. I've said this before, the quotes and the graphics that you post in a Facebook story, right? I've been noticing this a lot recently because we're coming into the new year and everybody loves their quotes, right? Everybody, I mean, I'm guilty of it too, right? But I'm very selective about my quotes, okay? The reason that it's happening so much right now is because we're going into the new year and everybody's, new year, new me and everything else, right? But then all of a sudden people start trying to find quotes that match up to their beliefs. But here is the problem. If the quote that matches up to their beliefs is something that is causing bullshit to happen in their life because of said belief, then they need to drop that quote. But most people, majority of people, will never ever realize that that's what's going on. So I'm here to tell you to be careful about what quotes you believe in, what words you say, and what phrases come out of your mouth on a daily basis with the utmost belief that you have behind them. For example, if you say things like, for instance, the words never, the word always, okay? Those are two very, very powerful words. You may say those in a sentence on a daily basis multiple times about different types of things and not realize what you're actually doing. Again, you are affirming. So if you say something like, let's relate it to another person. Okay, I use this as an example in a reading that I did today. Oh, so and so never reaches out first. I always have to contact so and so before we talk. It's always me that is reaching out. It's always me that's texting first. Look at how the word always is being used. You are now affirming for exactly what you don't want with that person, right? You're affirming that that person will never ever contact you first because your dominant belief is that you're the one that has to do it. Same thing with sales and customers and products and online businesses and things like that. Same exact thing. When you're looking at other people online, right? And you wake up in the morning and you go to make a post. I don't know what the point of this is because every time I make a post, there it is again. Every time is another one. All of these matter of fact words are words that you need to like legitimately do a double check on before you go to say them again in the way that you've always said them, which has been the problem. We constantly affirm on a daily basis. Again, your word is your wand. So what are you creating with your words? Are you creating things that you don't want, or are you creating a life that is amazing? There's the difference. So say for sales, right? Doesn't matter if I post, it doesn't matter is another one. A perfect example. It doesn't matter is another one. Doesn't matter how much I post, I still only ever get a few likes. Now, how many times has that crossed somebody's mind? How many times has that been said by somebody with an online business or somebody in network marketing who uses posts all the time to get sales or potential customers? How many times has that possibly been said? Something as innocent as what I just said will literally cause exactly what you don't want to happen. You get it? So you have to flip it. You have to reverse it. And it's very, very simple. You just have to continuously affirm the different words. So instead of saying, it doesn't matter how many times I post because every time I do, I only get a few likes. There's so many, there are like 3 words just in that sentence alone that should not be said in that way. There's just like 3 words there. Instead of saying something like that, just flip it. No matter when I post, no matter what I post, I get 100+ likes on that post every single time. I get 5 messages in my inbox every single time, without fail. Without fail is something that I realized is a popular phrasing that I like to use. I've used it for years. It's like part of my mannerisms and everything else. It just happens to be something that I say a lot, without fail. And I'm telling you, I had to be very, very careful about what I was using that in a sentence with, because I don't want to be sitting here saying, without fail, I'm always late. Nope, no thank you, because I'm creating that. What I do want to say is, without fail, I make $1,000 a day. Without fail. Without fail is one of my favorites. I don't know, it's just something that I do, I guess. It wasn't on purpose. I've been saying that wording for ages, years, decades. But I've realized that I also say it a lot for good stuff. And anytime I do and consistently reaffirm the good stuff without fail, just like I said, doesn't matter how many times I post in a day. I could post once, I could post 20 times, doesn't matter. Without fail, I will get messages in my inbox to buy my product. Without fail, I will get a new order. Without fail. Do you see what I'm saying? I say this all the time. And I've noticed that I do that when I'm coaching, when I'm doing stuff like this right now, right? You just using it as examples, which is amazing, because that's the type of affirmations that you want to be saying. You do not want to be saying, no matter when I post, without fail, nobody ever messages me. Like, what? You know what I mean? This is why when I used to do the one-on-one coaching, which I'm starting to bring up again soon in this new year. When I used to do one-on-one coaching, do you know how many times you guys would come to me and tell me, like, I'm losing steam for my business, I'm doing this, and then I'd say why, and then you go into the whole spiel on why you wouldn't blah blah blah, and without fail, no, and I'm not even doing that on purpose, just how I talk, without fail, you would end up telling me exactly what I'm saying right now. How oh, it doesn't matter what I do, it's this, it's that. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, do you understand that everything you're telling me right now, you're constantly thinking on a daily basis? Because I know for a fact you are. I know for a fact that it didn't just come to your mind right in that moment when we had that Zoom call. Do you know what I mean? I know for a fact. So that's another thing too. I know for a fact. That's a good one. I didn't realize until I'm actually talking to you guys about this just now that I say a lot of really good words and phrasings for setting up a really good affirmation. So you may want to jot some of this down. You may want to jot some of it down and actually start doing it yourself if you don't already. But the moral of the story here is that you have to be careful of what you say. You have to be careful. It's not my rules. It's in the rules of manifestation, in the rules of creating your reality, okay? You must be careful because your word is your wand. And if you don't get a hold of the thoughts that come out of your, out of your mind, and the words that come out of your mouth, and the sentences and the quotes that come out of your fingers that are posted on social media, you will continue to create all of the things that you do not want. And that's not meant to scare you by any means. But really now, is your life mother effing amazing right this second? Because if it's not, then you need to do a double check and a triple and even a quadruple on the things that you have been saying up until now. You need to do that if you want to start to change everything going on in your life. I'm talking business, relationships, health, wealth. I mean, everything. You need to look at the things that you say, bottom line. All right. I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.